A consistent signal from our bodies in the morning is one of the most reliable barometers we have for our overall cardiovascular health. It's not just a matter of performance or virility. It's a direct reflection of how well our blood is flowing through the thousands of miles of vessels within us. When this signal fades, it's often a quiet, early warning that something deeper is amiss, specifically with the delicate lining of our arteries. Today, we're going to talk about a very popular, seemingly healthy breakfast or snack food that many of us reach for without a second thought. Yet large-scale studies suggest it may be quietly sabotaging this crucial vascular function. We'll uncover what it is, explain exactly how it does the damage in a simple, step-by-step way, and most importantly, I'll give you 3 powerful, delicious, and easy swaps that can help restore and protect your circulatory health. This is not about fear. It's about understanding our bodies better so we can give them what they truly need to thrive. Hello, and welcome. I'm Dr. Daniel Bennett. For years, I've focused on translating complex medical science into practical, real-world advice for adults navigating their health after 60. This channel is a community for those of us who believe in aging with strength and clarity. If that sounds like you, I'd be honored if you'd subscribe and join our conversation. Your presence here helps others find this calm, credible health information. Let's begin by pulling back the curtain on the culprit. We're talking about the modern, highly processed granola bar or the commercial health cereal. I know, it feels like a betrayal. They're often marketed with images of mountains, sunshine, and lean athletes. They boast about being whole grain, low fat, or a good source of fiber. The problem isn't the idea of oats or grains. The problem is what's done to them and what's added. These products are frequently packed with refined sugars, high fructose corn syrup, honey, or agave, all of which are processed by your body in a very similar and very aggressive way. When you eat one of these on an empty stomach, especially first thing in the morning, you're not giving your body gentle fuel. You're setting off a metabolic firestorm. Think of it this way. Your bloodstream is like a calm, steady river. When you eat a balanced meal with protein, healthy fat, and fiber, the sugar, or glucose, from that food is released slowly, like a gentle tributary feeding the river. Your body's insulin response, the hormone that ushers sugar out of the blood and into your cells for energy, is also calm and measured. But when you consume that sugary granola bar or bowl of cereal, it's like opening a fire hose of sugar directly into that river. The sugar molecules are highly refined and stripped of their natural fiber, so they hit your bloodstream almost instantly. This creates a massive, rapid spike in your blood sugar. In response, your pancreas panics and releases a huge surge of insulin to deal with the flood. This cycle, repeated morning after morning, is exhausting for your body. Over time, your cells can become less responsive to insulin's knock on the door. This is the beginning of what's called insulin resistance, a condition that underlies many of the chronic health challenges we face as we age. But the damage starts much sooner, on a microscopic level, inside your blood vessels. So, what is the first, most powerful step you can take to avoid this? It's to fundamentally shift your breakfast from a carbohydrate-heavy meal to one that is anchored by protein and healthy fat. Your goal in the morning is to create that gentle, tributary-like release of energy, not the fire hose. A fantastic starting point is aiming for at least 20 to 25 grams of protein in your first meal. This single change can dramatically stabilize your blood sugar for hours. For example, instead of a cereal, consider a bowl of plain Greek yogurt. A standard serving has nearly 20 grams of high-quality protein. Top it not with sugary granola, but with a handful of walnuts for healthy fats and a half cup of blueberries for fiber and antioxidants. If you prefer a savory breakfast, 2 or 3 eggs are a powerhouse of protein and vital nutrients. Scramble them with a big handful of spinach and perhaps a side of avocado. For a budget-friendly and incredibly nutrient-dense option, consider a small portion of canned salmon or sardines on a slice of true whole grain toast. The healthy omega-3 fats in these fish are profoundly beneficial for your vascular system, which we'll discuss more in a moment. The key is to build your meal around the protein first, then add color and fiber from vegetables or low-sugar fruits. Now let's move deeper to the very lining of your arteries and veins. This is where the real, long-term damage from those sugar spikes occurs. Every single blood vessel in your body, from the giant aorta leaving your heart to the tiniest capillaries in your eyes and fingertips, is lined with a delicate, one-cell thick layer called the endothelium. The best way to picture the endothelium is to think of the smooth, non-stick Teflon coating on a brand new frying pan. Its job is to be incredibly smooth, flexible, and responsive, allowing blood cells and platelets to flow by without sticking or causing clots. A healthy endothelium is a master communicator. It constantly samples the blood flowing past it and, in response, releases a critical molecule called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a vasodilator. That means it tells the muscles in your artery walls to relax and open up, which lowers blood pressure and allows more oxygen-rich blood to reach every part of your body. This process is absolutely essential for heart health, brain function, and, yes, for the vascular mechanics that allow for firm, reliable erections. Morning erections are, in essence, a direct report on how well your endothelium is producing nitric oxide while you sleep. When that fire hose of sugar we talked about rushes through your bloodstream, it acts like sandpaper on that delicate Teflon lining. The high concentration of glucose molecules literally scrapes and damages the endothelial cells. This process, called glycation, creates inflammation and makes the once smooth lining sticky and stiff. A damaged, sticky endothelium can't produce nitric oxide effectively. The artery walls don't get the signal to relax and widen. They remain constricted, blood flow is reduced, and blood pressure can begin to creep up. Over time, those sticky patches are where cholesterol can begin to build up, forming the plaques of atherosclerosis. This is the direct, mechanical link between a high-sugar diet and cardiovascular disease. So, how do we actively protect and even help heal this vital lining? We can do it by eating foods that directly support nitric oxide production. The champions here are leafy green vegetables, especially ones rich in natural nitrates, which your body converts directly into nitric oxide. Arugula, spinach, and Swiss chard are all fantastic sources. Beets are perhaps the most famous of all. You don't need to eat a huge amount. Simply adding one large handful of fresh spinach to your morning eggs or blending it into a smoothie is a powerful step. A small side of steamed beets with your lunch, or even a glass of beet juice a few times a week, can provide a significant boost. Studies have shown that regular consumption of these nitrate-rich vegetables can improve blood vessel flexibility and lower blood pressure. Another crucial category of foods for endothelial health are those rich in antioxidants, particularly the flavonoids found in brightly colored fruits and vegetables. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries are packed with compounds that act like a soothing balm for your blood vessels. They help quench the inflammation caused by sugar and protect the endothelial cells from further damage. A half cup of mixed berries on your Greek yogurt or alongside your eggs is a delicious way to give your arteries exactly what they need to stay healthy. Before we move on, let's quickly bust a common myth. Many people hear sugar is bad and immediately become afraid of fruit. This is a misunderstanding. The sugar in a whole piece of fruit, like an apple or a handful of berries, comes packaged with fiber, water, and a host of micronutrients. That fiber dramatically slows down the absorption of the sugar, preventing the destructive blood sugar spike we've been discussing. It's the difference between eating a whole orange and drinking a glass of orange juice. The juice is a concentrated sugar hit, while the whole orange provides a gentle, slow release of energy. So please, do not be afraid of whole, real fruit. This brings us to our third major point: the silent, simmering fire of chronic inflammation. When you think of inflammation, you might picture a sprained ankle, swollen, red, and hot. That's acute inflammation, and it's a healthy, necessary part of the healing process. But the type of inflammation caused by a diet high in refined sugars and processed foods is different. It's a low-grade, chronic inflammation that smolders throughout your entire body, day in and day out. It doesn't cause obvious pain, but it silently damages tissues, accelerates aging, and contributes to nearly every chronic disease, including heart disease, diabetes, and even dementia. That repeated cycle of a sugar spike followed by an insulin crash is a major driver of this systemic inflammation. The process generates damaging molecules called free radicals that ricochet around your body, further injuring your endothelial lining and other cells. This chronic inflammatory state makes your blood vessels even stiffer and less responsive. It's like trying to bend a piece of dry, brittle plastic instead of a flexible rubber hose. The system just doesn't work as well. The antidote to this simmering fire is to consistently consume anti-inflammatory foods. The most powerful of these are foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats are directly incorporated into your cell membranes, making them more fluid and less prone to inflammatory signaling. The best sources of omega-3s are fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, herring, and sardines. Aiming for 2 servings per week can have a profound impact. If you're on a budget, canned wild-caught salmon and sardines are excellent, cost-effective choices. They are just as nutritious as their fresh counterparts. Plant-based sources of omega-3s are also valuable. Walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds are all wonderful. Just a small handful of walnuts a day, or a tablespoon of ground flax seeds sprinkled over your yogurt or oatmeal, can significantly boost your intake. It's a simple habit that pays enormous dividends for your long-term health. If this is helpful so far, a quick tap on the subscribe button ensures you won't miss our future deep dives into practical health science. Spices are another potent anti-inflammatory tool. Turmeric, which contains the active compound curcumin, is one of the most studied anti-inflammatory substances on the planet. Ginger, cinnamon, and garlic also have powerful properties. Try adding a quarter teaspoon of turmeric and a pinch of black pepper, which helps with absorption, to your scrambled eggs, or a dash of cinnamon to your coffee or yogurt. These small additions accumulate over time to help cool that internal, inflammatory fire. Now, let's put all of this together into a clear, actionable blueprint. We've identified the problem: the high-sugar, processed granola bar or cereal that spikes your blood sugar, damages your endothelium, and promotes inflammation. And we've discussed the 3 pillars of the solution: anchoring your breakfast with protein, incorporating nitric oxide boosting vegetables, and adding anti-inflammatory fats. Here are 2 examples of a morning wood-friendly breakfast that incorporates all these principles. Breakfast option 1, the savory scramble. Heat a teaspoon of olive oil in a pan. Sauté 1 very large handful of fresh spinach until it wilts. Add 2 or 3 whisked eggs and scramble them with the spinach. Season with a pinch of salt, pepper, and a quarter teaspoon of turmeric. Serve this with half an avocado, sliced, on the side. This meal provides about 20 to 25 grams of protein, healthy monounsaturated fats, and a significant dose of nitrates to support your endothelium. Breakfast option 2, the Power Bowl. Start with 1 cup of full-fat, plain Greek yogurt in a bowl. This gives you a robust protein base. Add a half cup of mixed berries, fresh or frozen and thawed. Top with 1 ounce of walnuts or a tablespoon of ground flaxseed for your omega-3 fats. If you want a little extra crunch, add a tablespoon of chia seeds or pumpkin seeds, not sugary granola. This breakfast is quick, requires no cooking, and delivers a perfect balance of protein, fat, and fiber. A quick but important safety note. If you have any existing health conditions, especially diabetes, or if you are on medications like blood thinners or blood pressure drugs, it's always wise to have a conversation with your doctor or a registered dietitian before making significant changes to your diet. These food-based strategies are generally very safe, but it's important that your healthcare team is aware of the positive steps you're taking. The changes you might notice when you make this switch can be quite remarkable, and they often extend far beyond the morning. Many people report much more stable energy levels throughout the day, without the typical mid-morning or mid-afternoon crash. Mental clarity can improve, and that feeling of brain fog often lifts. And yes, over the course of a few weeks, you may very well notice a welcome improvement in your body's natural morning vascular response, which is a wonderful and reassuring sign that your entire cardiovascular system is getting healthier. The journey to better health after 60 isn't about perfection. It's not about deprivation or following a brutally strict regimen. It's about making small, intelligent, and sustainable upgrades. It's about understanding the why behind the choices we make, so we feel empowered, not just obedient. Replacing a single processed snack with a meal that truly nourishes you is not a small thing. It is a profound act of self-care. It's a signal to your body that you are listening, that you are its partner in this journey of aging with vitality and strength. Every single meal is an opportunity to reduce inflammation, to support your blood vessels, and to build a more resilient foundation for the years to come. You have incredible power to influence your health, one plate at a time. Be patient with yourself. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What is one small, healthy swap you're thinking of trying for your breakfast this week? Sharing your ideas can inspire someone else in this community. And if you found this guidance helpful, please consider liking this video and subscribing. It truly helps us reach and support more people just like you, who are looking for calm, credible information to navigate their health with confidence. Thank you for spending this time with me today.